talking with Brett Delbuono of The Cleaner, the new show on A&E, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the show. So first of all, I wanted to ask you a bit about the show itself. How would you describe the show? Like, is it anything like kind of any other shows on TV right now?
It's a drama, but it's not. It's a topic and a show that I don't think I've ever seen covered on TV, and it's a pretty new and exciting thing, especially because it's like A&E's first scripted drama in I think like 6 or something years. But it's just a really intense show. It's not. I wouldn't consider it a cop show, but there are definitely some, police and elements to it, where as far as like the my father, who's played by Benjamin Bratt, he kind of kidnaps people and cleans them up, whether they're on drugs or addicted to gambling and stuff. So it's a new topic, and I think it's exciting for everyone involved, and hopefully viewers too.
And now you play Ben Banks, and you're the oldest child in the family, and you're kind of readjusting to having your dad back in the house, who used to be addicted to drugs. Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah. He was like kind of the man of the house while his dad was gone, and he has a definite toward his father, spending so much time, away from the family and from myself, my character too, because we know that he's our father and that he loves us, the whole family, but it seems sometimes that he cares more about his patients than he does about me or about my sister or my mom. So it's a rift in the family almost.
Gotcha. It sounds like he has a lot of anger issues to work out.
Yeah, my character's not the happiest child in the world. But it creates a great dynamic between him and my father.
And what's really interesting is that we see a teen's perspective on like such a hard subject on the show. Like, what do you think that like kind of teens can like take away from a show like this?
Definitely don't do drugs. But with the drugs, it also touches on family aspects, and it shows how you can you definitely, if your parents and your family are your foundation, and you need someone to go to, you should definitely go to them first, and make sure that they understand where you're coming from, especially if you've got a problem. And again, don't do drugs, because they're really bad.
Yes. What kind of drew you to this character in the first place, or the show in the first place?
Well, I got the script and I was reading it over, and after the audition, I thought it was amazing writing and a terrific, just idea for a story. And then after I had gone in, I met with everyone. That was like the full-on selling point, because everyone was so nice and everything, and it was a great environment. Like Jonathan Prince and Robert Munich, and who are like the idea guys and producers in the show, and Moore and Boyd and Jay Silverman, who are our executive producers too, and then Benjamin, of course, because he's a terrific actor, and it's just a great environment. And I thought, and beside all the great people, I thought the character was one of the most compelling characters, and it was one of the most compelling storylines I'd read in a long time.
Cool. I mean, as far as like the storylines and like the whole show, does it focus like on both like the family issues and then like also what the father is doing on the show, like how he's helping other people? Does it sort of like combine those two things?
Yeah, it definitely does, because it shows him. It shows Benjamin Bratt, who plays my father in the show. He plays William Banks. And it shows that he, because he has all this work, it kind of splits up the family, and he's not, there all the time. And it has one really, really cool point that I thought was, crazy throughout doing a few of the shows, because we're still filming it. And he said it shows how like drug use doesn't really have a boundary, and you could be a 15-year-old kid, or you can be a 45-year-old mother. Drugs are still out there, and they still affect everyone.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely hard stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like to work with Benjamin Bratt?
Oh, it's horrible. It's great. It's terrific. He's a wonderful guy, and he's very helpful when it comes to doing scenes and stuff, because he'll take any time out and he'll sit down with me, or we'll just talk about what's going on in the scene, or we'll talk about the characters, so that you can really get into that mindset, because a lot of times it's really hard to get into the mindset of the topics and what's going on in the show, as far as our characters, because it's not it's not an everyday thing. Like I would never do some of the stuff my character does, just as I'm sure Benjamin isn't out every day kidnapping people and getting them off of drugs, or getting them cleaned up from their addiction.
Yeah, definitely a tough job he has. Now, I know you guys have you guys have filmed a couple episodes already, is that correct? Yeah,
we filmed 8.
Oh, cool.
Now, out of 13.
Cool. What do you see yourself doing kind of after this show, or do you have anything else going on at the moment? Any other TV shows or movies or anything like that?
No, I'm working on a web series in a little bit, but right now the main focus is the show, because we still have how many more? 5 more shows, and so we're going to focus on that, and then I'm working on this web series later.
Awesome. And I also wanted to ask you about, you played Dan Fogler's younger self in the movie Balls of Fury. I wanted to ask you, what was it like kind of working on that movie?
That was a fun set. That was a fun movie. I learned how to play ping pong, professionally.
Really?
So that's a great party trick. Because you just go in with your paddle, and but yeah, that was a great set. They were all really nice. It feels like it was so long ago, though.
Cool. Well, that's about all I had for you. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk today.